is our fourth day,
Okay, thank you.
and we're outside the Jewish synagogue, the great synagogue in Budapest. We're going on in a tour.
I don't know. But all I know, she said it starts at 11:30 and I bought the ticket.
Fantastic.
You got the ticket?
No, we don't have a ticket.
Yeah, but you got to get a ticket. I think
But he said you
well,
buy inside.
you may be right. I got a ticket.
Yeah, but it's guided tours. He said it over there. In the ticket, it's guided. Nej, hvis vi skal... Der er også letkontorer af.
Absolutely fantastic.
Ture. Jamen ikke, vi går selv ind. Uden tur. Ja, men vi skal bare lave det.
Dohany Synagogue got its name from the street just running in front of the synagogue. The name of the street is Dohány Street. Dohány means tobacco or cigarettes. It's a bit strange name for a synagogue. But anyway, this is the largest synagogue in Europe and the second largest one in the world after the one in New York. However, the New York Temple Emanu-El is bigger only in its size, but not in its capacity as for the number of people who can visit the place. The synagogue was built in 1859. At that time, the Jewish community was already quite significant. There was about 23,000 Jews living here, in this part of the capital. 3,000 people can sit here in the synagogue. The most precious part of the temple is the Ark of the Covenant, behind the blue oriental curtain. This is a sort of a chest behind where the Torah scrolls are kept. The Torah is the holiest material of the Jews, the 5 books of Moses. Here, the Dohány Temple owns 28 Torah scrolls and all of them are original, that they survived the war in a way that 2 Catholic priests hide them in a Catholic cemetery, and after the war, they gave them back to the community anonymously. So nobody knows who they were, but that's how the scrolls survived the war. After this day, the Jews of Hungary were either deported to different concentration camps or they had been shot into the Danube by the Hungarian fascist Air Force Party, or later on they had to move to the Budapest capital. The ghetto was here in the surrounding streets of the Dohány Temple, so actually all the streets behind me to the eastern direction belong to the Budapest ghetto, involving 6 streets with 162 houses. The temple itself was transformed to be a detention camp and a military command post. If you look back towards the entrance, above the entrance you can see 2 huge galleries upstairs. This was the headquarters of the the second floor. They set up an office here, and they knew that the Germans would bomb the building since they were here, and the Allied forces, the British American forces, would bomb the building either since the Jews were here. Secondly, by the Emanu-El Foundation, raised by Tony Curtis, the American actor of Hungarian origin, and thirdly, you can see a lot of different scientists on the top of the benches, mostly on the front seats. These are the so-called permanent seats. These are donations from the Budapest Jewry who wanted to contribute to the reconstruction of the Dohány Synagogue. Today, the Dohány Temple is the religious center for the Budapest Jewry. On high holidays, it's really crowded with 6,000 people, but this is also a cultural center. There are concerts held here throughout the whole year, liturgical or not, Jewish or not, and every sort of very interesting cultural events are taking place here in the synagogue. Even from outside, you could see the Oriental, Byzantine style of the building. Here inside, you can see the Moorish patterns on the wall, the beautiful stained glass windows, and the mosaic floor. All of them have got this Oriental character. As for the reconstruction works, everything had been reconstructed according to the original, based on the original design. So we can say that the temple looks nearly exactly as it looked like in the time of its construction in 1859. At the time of the construction of the synagogue, you see the style is a little bit Sephardic. basically Ashkenazi Jews. Just shortly, it's easier to say white-skinned Jews like me, so that's the easiest way to make the difference. And this wing of the Jewry are basically coming from Germany and from France. And the brownish skinned Jews called Sephardic Jews, they are from Spain. This is a unique cemetery, which became a cemetery just for one single occasion. The very oldest people who died here in the ghetto during the Second World War. In the synagogue, I mentioned to you that this was the ghetto territory, which was set up by the very end of the Second World War, and therefore it was existing altogether for 7 years. It was set up by the Germans, it was walled by the Germans, and from the middle of December 1944, all the gates of the ghetto were completely closed down. Nobody could go out, nobody could get in, the conditions were terrible, many people died here. But they couldn't be buried because the cemeteries were outside of the walls at the suburbs of Budapest. So after the liberation, it took several weeks just to bury all these people, and today you can see 24 tombs here, but actually these are mass graves, which are nearly 3,000 people were buried here right after the liberation. For some of them who could be identified, you can see some name tables, and on all of the name tables you can see the same date, 1945, because it became a cemetery just for this single occasion to bury all these people. Otherwise, it was just a garden belonging to the synagogue. So this is not an active, not an operating cemetery. You see, it's a stainless steel composition made by a Hungarian sculptor called Imre Varga, and it has got a shape of a weeping willow, which is the symbol of sorrow and sadness. But at the same time, if you give a closer look, you can recognize the shape of a reversed menorah, a Jewish candlelight, upside down. You can recognize the 7 branches. And you see there are branches and leaves, and when you get closer, you will see that there are names engraved on each leaf. These are donations, survivors from family members who wanted to remember their relatives who died during the Holocaust, and who in this way wanted to donate for the reconstruction of the Dohany Synagogue. You will also see that there are leaves which are still empty. So the donation is still going on even today. The other memorial is here, the Raoul Wallenberg Memorial Park. This is like the Yad Vashem Institute in Jerusalem, where they register the name of those Christian people who saved the life of thousands and thousands of Jews during the Holocaust. Here you see there is a black marble surface in the middle of the memorial. There are some names engraved on it. The list of the names starts with the name of Raoul Wallenberg, who was a Swedish diplomat serving here in Budapest, working for the Swedish embassy, and he saved the life of thousands and thousands of Hungarian Jews during the Holocaust, either by providing false passports for them, Swedish passports, or by hiding them in hospitals, being under the defense of the Swiss Red Cross. Very close to the end of the Second World War, he was captured by the Russians and he was taken to the Soviet Union, where he was imprisoned, and since then there is no news about him. However, recently the Russians confessed that they executed him, but they didn't give any explanation that what was the charge against him or what really happened to him. So probably we will never know. You will see some further names underneath Raoul Wallenberg's name, Hungarians and non-Hungarians. All of them saved the life of thousands and thousands of Hungarian Jews during the Holocaust. But you can see further names on the 4 standing red marble columns. These are the names of Hungarian Christian people who saved the life of only one Jewish family or one Jewish person. From Hungary altogether, more than 600 people are registered in the Jerusalem Yad Vashem as righteous Gentiles, as they are called. The stained glass memorial over there is quite new. It was erected for the 60th anniversary of the Holocaust. As you can see, it's a very modern piece. The flames reminds us of the flames of the Holocaust, and in the middle of the composition, you can recognize the shape of a snake, symbolizing the fascism. It's It's a work of a young Israeli artist. She's called Clara Szilárd. Originally she's from here, from Hungary. So the white building over there, just behind you, this is our winter synagogue. The building was built in 1931, much later than the big synagogue. After the First World War, for the memory of those Jews who died in the First World War as soldiers. For their memory, it is called Heroes Temple, and this is the place where we have got the daily morning service. And during the winter time, the Sabbath are also held here because of some heating expenses problems. And from April and May, when the weather is nicer, generally after Pesach, the Sabbath is back here again to the big synagogue together with the high holidays, with weddings, with bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, so everything.